Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another Monday morning motivation. I hope you are doing well and are excited and ready for a new week. I love how this is such a great way to just start our week on a positive note and see what we can do with the week ahead. So if you're here, say hello. I see we have some viewers. I'd love to say hi and see who's here with me. Of course, if you're watching the recording, hello as well. It's always great to see all of you and your comments later on after. So happy Monday, everyone. This is another edition, like I said, of Monday Morning Motivation. Hello, Elizabeth. And this morning, I want to talk about the strength of our mind. And hey, Marie, I feel like we all know this, yet the way we use it, and if we the way I'm going to suggest you use it, is something we don't always remember, or else we would have these positive experiences all the time. Hello, Kathy. So I'm going to guess, good morning, Terry, that we can all identify a time where we've created a scenario in our mind that felt so real, even though it wasn't actually happening. I know I have, and this is something for me that I have used as a strategy for so many different things and continue to do so. And what I'm going to suggest is that, good morning, Debbie, Ruth, how are you? Think of that time and how real that scenario felt in your mind, whether it was a fear, good morning, Christine, just kind of like a negative outlook on a situation and how you were envisioning it going. Type into the comments if you want to share a time when you can remember doing this. The point I'm trying to make is how vivid and real that scenario and story that we have, quote unquote, made up in our mind felt, and how we could feel it, we could see it, we can see ourselves in it, all the things. Well, how about if we flip that around and use the same exact strength of our mind in a positive way? So envision a positive outcome, envision everything going really well, envision the most positive things that could happen in any scenario. And we can use this for lots and lots of things. Of course, our decluttering journeys are one of them. So flipping the script in our mind, the things that we're telling ourselves, there's power there. There is power. Our minds are powerful, and we tend to use them use that power in a negative way. And so I am encouraging you this week to think of something, a goal that you would like to achieve, whether it's this week, a month, a year, and break it down to that first step. Hello, Liz and Nell, everyone. Thank you so much for saying hi. Break it down into the first step, and you can look at the big picture and think of how can this be different than what I would normally be thinking. So I'm going to give you some examples of the negativity that the powerful negative scenarios that we create in our minds. So we're not good enough. We're not worth it. We can't do it. All the things that could go wrong, like, well, what if this, what if that? All of those things. Hello, Robina. All of those things can be, well, I am strong, I'm capable, I'm worthy, I'm enough, and I can do this. And that what this looks like is, and create that picture, because our minds don't know the difference. It doesn't know that negative story, that negative loop, all those negative things you're saying to yourself, it believes it. So of course you're going to move in that direction. So telling ourselves all those positive things, catching yourself. I mean, this is a habit. It's not going to happen overnight, just like anything else, but catch yourself when you're thinking a negative thought and flip it to something positive. And if you have trouble doing that, reach out in our communities. Hopefully you're at least in our It's All Clutter group. If not, get in there, get in that Facebook group, use our support and the community support. Oh, it is so challenging, Nina. I know. But talking it out loud or saying to someone else, like, here's what I'm thinking. How can I make this different? How can I use the power of my mind to create an amazing outcome? You have the power to do it. Your mind is in your control, and our minds are super powerful. Like, it's ridiculous. I mean, if you think of one of those negative scenarios and think of how real and true it felt, especially in like an intense, if you've ever experienced panic attacks or intense anxiety, we have convinced ourselves that this negative thing that may not have even happened. Like, it's almost like these are both, you're asking your mind to believe something that hasn't happened yet, whether it's negative or positive, right? The strength and the necessary in our minds is the same. It's the same. Thanks, Linda. I would love to hear all of your successes with this at the end of the week, throughout the week. I, for one, I'm just going to give you an example. I do not like to fly. I don't. It's one of my least favorite things to do in the whole world. And I'm getting better. I've gotten better through these programs, for sure. Through Clutter Boss programs is the way. I mean, this is how I did it. However, I still have some of that underlying anxiety. And if I tell myself all of those things I used to tell myself about flying and, people and whatever the case may be, without going into detail about what could go wrong, I just had myself in an immense anxiety-ridden state the entire time. And I'm flying this weekend, and I actually am feeling better than I ever have about it. I'm not totally like, woohoo, let's get on this plane. But I'm fine. I'm excited for my trip. I used to never get excited for my trips because I would be thinking all about the flight. Good morning, Debbie. So using my mind to think of other things, it's hard. You have to force your mind until new neural pathways are formed and new habits of thinking and using your mind in that positive way are there. So yeah. I hope this makes sense. If you have any questions about this at all, please let me know. Post into our groups, comment on this replay, whatever you're thinking. But I encourage you and I challenge you to think of something this morning that you can use as a positive motivator for your week, and really harness the feelings of that positive reality coming true, because it can. As long as you have that vision, that's where you're going. Of course, you need support along the way. We've got that, right? We've got that for you in our communities, or in your lives. Hopefully you have a support network, that somebody that you can talk things through with. But it is possible. And yes, it will not happen overnight, but take a small thing, use something small that you are typically thinking negatively about, and flip the script and see if you can't, it could be just going for a walk. I say sometimes that's not easy. And we're like, all the negative things. But what about all the positive things about the walk? Like, what about, okay, so it's hot outside. Okay, but how great are you going to feel at the end of it? Like, this can be used for so many different things. So thank you all for watching. That is what I have for you this morning. And I hope that you have an amazing day, and which is the start to an amazing week. And that I will be around all week, hoping to hear from a lot of you and reading posts and comments about how this is helping you this week. So please use that mind for how it can help you. It's a powerful tool. It is really amazing what it can do. Marie is saying, I hate having dental procedures and I have to have one today. I'll try to have a positive attitude. Yeah, right? Okay, so dental procedures are no fun. Likely most of us don't like them. But I think sometimes, and I don't know if this is your case, Marie, but we can think of some things that are going to go wrong. I'm the same way. I don't like going to the dentist, period, never mind a procedure. And I create in my mind all these things that are going to happen. And it's because of a past experience, but it's a past experience. That doesn't mean it's going to happen again. So there are ways that we can just, whether it's telling ourselves, obviously, everything's going to be okay or whatever. It's just got to be the opposite thought of the negative, whatever it is that you're thinking. But also, it could just be flooding your mind with positive thoughts. I mean, that's another great way to use the power of our mind. So I hope everything goes well, Marie. I'm sure you'll let us know. But good luck with that. And everyone else, have an amazing week. And don't forget the power of your mind as you go through it. You're welcome, Denise. Thanks, everyone, for being here. I'll see you somewhere along the way this week. Take care. Bye for now.